having no friends is absolutely fine because, you know, it's just like you have peace. You don't really have to stick around somebody that you don't even want to stick around, because I used to have like a group of friends. We would stick around like all the time, partying all the time. But when I was at my lowest in life, I had no one around me. They all just disappeared. They really didn't care about me, what is going on with me. They were living their best lives while I was struggling with, my life because it didn't go into the right direction at that time. And I was like 21, 22 years old. And, I knew them for over 10 years. And since school, I knew them since school. And I'm like, we know each other very well and we know each other for that long. But when I am at my lowest, you just don't care about me and you're living your best lives. So that's like, you know, it's better to have no friends than to have fake friends who will never support you, who will never like treat you the way you deserve to be treated. But when they are at the lowest, you were there for them as I was there for them. But when, my life got harder, I was like all alone by myself. So it's better to not have any friends. So yeah, having no friends is just fine because you don't have to stick around fake people. And a lot of people are fake. And when you give some people your energy, they will use it against you and they will make you feel miserable. So I have no friends right now and I'm just fine with it. Sometimes I would like to go out with somebody, but I can go out with my mom or I can go out with my sister or I can go out with my, with my father. It's just like you have your family there, you can seek support and things like that. And there's a lot of, you see a lot of things on social media, on the internet, and you think, oh, these people have like a lot of friends, they have a lot of money, they have success, they have careers, and I don't have any of that. Like, this is not a real life. These people may show up on the internet with their friends, so-called friends, but you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, how they treat each other. And I've been there. I had a group of friends, and like I told you, they would stick around until it was everything fine and dandy. But when I was at my lowest, there was nobody with me except my family, my mom, my sister, my father. There was absolutely nobody except my family. Okay, and I knew these people for over 10 years. So I think that should tell you something, that people are not worth your attention that much. And I gotta tell you, mind you, when one of my friends needed me, I was like I was always, not almost, I was always by her side when she needed support. And I remember her calling me in the middle of the night because she had like a hard situation at home. She was living with her parents and she like, her father wasn't really a good father. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was, I think, abusive towards her mom. So she was like scared and she called me and I really couldn't go there in the middle of the night and help her I was like 19, 20 years old and she needed my help and I was like too young to deal with that. And like my mom would never let me go and do that kind of stuff because I think that's dangerous. But that was like an extreme situation where I really couldn't help her. But there was a time when her parents they just left the country without her when she was 18 years old. And she was an adult, she was 18 years old, but still it's like, or maybe she was like 19. Even if you are 23 years old or 22 years old and your parents are leaving you to work abroad, it's like a difficult situation because you are a very young person. And she didn't have a job. She was like studying still. Like I think she was lost and she didn't have much money to buy herself things that you need every day, for example, food. So my mom was cooking for her and I would bring her food every single day or every 2 days so she can eat something good and be healthy. And And it's so sad that I think when I would be needing that kind of help, there would be nobody to help me except my mom, my family. But if my family would leave me at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, I think no friend will come and give me something like food to help me. Because you gotta say, like, when you are 18, 19, you are an adult, but you're still a very young person. You still might be studying, you can't really go to work, and it's hard. It's just hard. And I was supporting her during that time. Her parents were sending her a little bit of money, but it wasn't enough for her to, for a whole month. They just left. They just told her that, we gotta go. And they just did. They really didn't care about their own daughter. And later, this one friend would like get mad at me, things like that. And her boyfriend at that time, when we were arguing, her boyfriend, he's still her boyfriend, but her boyfriend at that time would call me different kinds of names because I was arguing with her. Like, I know her more than you do. I know her longer than you do. And I really think that you, as a man, as her boyfriend, you shouldn't really get into, this conflict that I had with her, because this is like a thing between me and her. It's not between me, her, and you. Like, shut the fuck up. But she let her boyfriend to talk to me like that. And, that was really sad because I thought I knew her. But anyways, she let him talk to me like that. They were really disgusting things he said to me. And he doesn't even have a balls. Like, he looks like he's gay. And he would talk to me like that, and she would like allow it. So that was absolutely crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And then with the time, I was single. I had no friends. When I was 20 something years old, I had no friends. And I met my boyfriend. I met my boyfriend. I moved out with my boyfriend to another city. And, I was living there for 5 years. And when I was living there for 3 years, I saw my friend, my ex-friend. I'm talking about her right now. So I saw her at this city in a shop, and I was like, oh, they live here too. And one day she would write me a message if I want to meet with her. And, I did. It was like, we had this conflict, but a few years later, we would like reunite and have a meeting together. At this meeting, I just like thought, and I felt inside of me like, this is not the same person that I used to liked, that she's different. She doesn't do these things right now. Like, she's better than me. She was smoking cigarettes like I did. And when I hang out with her later in this, like, after a few years, when we had this meeting, she was like, I don't really smoke anymore. I don't do this. I don't do that. And I'm like, you used to be a cool, fun girl. Now you just want to sit around and talk about things that you don't really do anymore to feel better or something like that. Anyways, her energy was off, and I was like, I would never meet with her again because this is not what I want. I want somebody to really hang out with, to have jokes with, to really enjoy this time and be relaxed and things like that. And she was like, not the same person that I used to like, and that's it. Sometimes I do believe that she got the support from me because she really needed that. I never needed that kind of support from strangers because I always have my family around me. And maybe some people have friends because they really have like hard situations in life when they can't really have support from their own parents, from their own families. So maybe that's why they have a lot of friends. I just think that if somebody has something that I don't have and I would like to have it, I think about this as maybe they need it more than I do. Maybe they are in a very difficult situation right now and they need it more than I. Because her parents just left. She was very young. She didn't work. They'd be sending her a little bit of money. And she couldn't really live with this money for a whole month. That was very difficult for her. So yeah, I helped her out. And I just think that she has a boyfriend, she has a family, she has friends, maybe because she really needed that and she still needs it. Like, her parents don't care about her. They still don't care about her, by the way. I wanted to have a group of friends, and I had a group of friends. But I also have my family who will never like leave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have support from my family. And there's somebody else who need those friends more than I do. But you gotta keep in mind that people are fake. And what can I say to you if you have friends? Just hang around with those friends. Don't really like help them every single time, because they will never really give you the same energy back. Just no, I really don't believe in this. I really don't believe in this. I experienced something different, so I am speaking from my own experience. So before this meeting, before I met my boyfriend and moved out, I was living in this, like, my hometown. I was single with no friends, and she didn't even call me to ask like, how are you doing? And she knew about my situation because I would contact her, or she would contact me with just like hello, but she never really asked me how am I doing, if I just want to talk and so I think, it's better to be all alone. And I know it's hard and very difficult, but I think being alone is the perfect time to actually know yourself, to know your boundaries, and to really think about your life, what it is that you want. It is time to start loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you don't really have a problem of being by yourself. But at the same time, we as human beings, sometimes we need a company, we need somebody to go out with and just have a great time. So you just, like, before you meet somebody, I think there's a period of being alone, like all alone, and you have to take it. It's normal in life that you don't always have friends, boyfriends. It's just normal. It's like everybody has a period in life of time that they are being completely alone, and that's just normal. So you better get used to it. And when you know yourself more, when you love yourself and have boundaries, then you can meet the people that you will really like, and the people who will really appreciate you and your energy. They will truly, truly like you. So that's my take on why having friends is not a problem. Many people in this world have no friends. Many people in this world are still virgins. Many people in this world never had friends or boyfriend. I don't know why some people have boyfriends, friends, success, and some people don't. I think it's the way they are thinking. I think about this is like your mindset. When you never had a boyfriend at the age of 28 or 30 years old, I think that's your mindset. I think you're truly afraid of men and you don't want to be in their presence. That's why you are single for your whole life. That's the point. You got to work on your mindset. When you want something, you got to work on your mindset to get it. So that's my take. Take it and okay, just take it. Thank you. Bye.